Sorry, no microphone, no curtain, you just can see all my mess. I didn't even put on a shirt with sleeves. I'm not even wearing pants. So, addendum to the video that I literally just made, some clever fellow named Taylor Sharp, if that is your real name, pointed out that I made a mistake. The chip that's supposed to have 256K of flash actually does have 512K of flash, and I confirmed this. So he listed a thread from like just a few days ago on the Ender 3 Reddit, and well, let me show you rather than talking into the shaky cam. So if you remember from the video I just put out, I was lamenting that they put an RCT6 MCU on here, and I was like, oh, woe is me, first world problems. Down in the comments of my last video, Taylor said that the RCT6 actually has 512K of flash, so I followed the Reddit link and found out the history of what's going on here. A Redditor named Yushen Ting was thinking, you know what, those blue pills were lying liars about their flash, maybe this is too. And he ended up being absolutely correct. So another user named Steenerson went ahead and did his own Marlin fork that has all of the Ender stuff built in, and it'll flash it to a 512K. Or I should say flash up to 512K minus a little space for the virtual EEPROM. But I digress. So this could be a couple things, like it could be a clone that they just silkscreened STM32 on top of, or it could be just one of those manufacturing things where they're like, yeah, we just qualify these chips for whatever it has and then like stamp the names on them. Or there's number C, which is who cares? I mean, it's great. And there's no guarantee they'll all be like this, but who knows? I mean, virtually all of the blue pills, no matter where they were sourced from and which batch of chips they were, seem to all have twice the memory that they said they would. So it's worth a try checking it out if you do happen to have this board and see if you have that extra memory. So sometimes these chips, they report as 64K, but if you plug them in an ST-Link, you'll see how much they actually have. Sometimes it reports as, you know, the smaller amount of RAM, and then you have to go into your flash tools, do like an erase, wipe the thing, and then force it into saying, hey, I actually know it has this much memory on it, so go ahead and upload whatever I tell you. So my first thought was just plug in an ST-Link, see what's going on there, and then maybe upload like a blank file full of like 400K worth of nonsense and see if it uploads. But then I was like, that's boring. I'm just going to download this random guy off the internet's fork, turn on every option in Marlin, and see what happens. So thank you, son of Steiner, for saving me all that work. So I turned on S-curve acceleration and linear advance and all the advanced logging options. I increased all the buffer sizes. I turned on all the debugging options. I turned on the trinamic advanced options, anything I could find, including the most important use of 5.5 kilobytes of information. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, take that, alien scum. I also want to see if the larger file would upload via the SD card or if there was some kind of like, bootloader block in there. And I'm happy to say it uploaded just fine from the SD card. Now, when you stick it in, this will stay blank for a little bit of time, so don't freak out. I mean, if it stays blank for 10 minutes, then freak out, but 30 seconds or a minute or something. Then I just rebooted the whole thing again just to make sure, and went to the info screen to make sure that it was actually an updated version. And I just wanted to check a couple things with this fork just to make sure that it was cool before I, went and posted links to it online. Check if the USB was working properly. So as you can see right here, Pronterface is cool, it's connected, and I put an M122 to see if the advanced trinamic settings that I turned on were working, and they're working fine. So then I decided to press my luck and do some tethered printing from Pronterface and just grab a file that was a test file I was messing with earlier today. And everything was golden. Now, I had already printed this before, so I knew it wasn't going to stick to the bed because my bed's a little bit wonky. But I decided to go in Pronterface and mess around with a couple things just to make sure that the communication was working. So I ramped up the speed to 300. And the original speed I had this running at was a print speed of, what was it? It was either 50 or 60. I think it was 60. Maybe it was 50. So, I mean, whatever. This is printing at like 150 millimeters a second. And mind you, even though it isn't tuned, this has, junction deviation and linear advance and S-curve acceleration and all that stuff turned on just because I willy-nilly turned everything on. And it's actually doing a good job. I half expected it to be a crazy mess. So there you go. You can try it out yourself. Thanks, Steerson. Thanks, Yushen Ting. And thanks to Taylor for pointing it out. Right now, I'm as happy as a hamster with a water bottle. I'll see you guys next time.